Hey everyone, this is RCK. I'm glad to have you back here again today. I'll be bringing you your next section of turns for the EA Caelum game, Arena of Tyrants. If anyone was wondering, if I haven't gone over it yet, what mods we were currently using for this game was Better Arena, Improved Casting AI, Lucid's Thematic Gem Generator, and Worthy Heroes. They're not too game altering. The only one that is would probably be the gem generator for the types of items that it adds, but overall it's not that bad or not too game altering. It's still very close to vanilla. Improved casting AI. The only thing that's going to do is just kind of whenever your mages are casting things, they're just gonna choose better things, like kind of like how it says. They're gonna be doing less self buffs and like I say, more evocation spells. Say if they were attacked or trying to be assassinated. So hopefully enough, they will defend themselves a lot better. Not just that, but if they go off script in just a large battle, maybe they can also do something pretty decent as well. Better arena. It just gives people more of an incentive to do the arena. Usually enough, the what the rewards you get from it in a vanilla game is very, very lackluster, and there's no real. Well, I wouldn't say there's no real point because of course you still get a reward, you still get an item, but with better arena, it's just a little bit nicer. Worthy heroes for every nation in the game, it's just going to add a handful of more heroes. Usually enough in vanilla, you might have 2 to 3 heroes, I think, per nation. At least worthy heroes, I think it adds about that many more. So it definitely changes. It's not game altering, just getting one hero, but I mean they might be helpful. Most of them are very thematic. They all have backstories. They're really cool to have. I enjoy playing with worthy heroes. Um, Other than that, I don't really have anything else to say about the game itself before we get started. Um, I'm really glad everyone really enjoyed the um, Dominions 5 community video. That was just something out of the blue that I decided to make, and it's only been posted for a day, and it's already my most watched video. Pretty crazy, and I've got a lot of feedback from the community. Everyone really enjoyed the shout out. I went to a lot of different YouTube channels and either subscribed to them or liked a bunch of their videos or left them comments. So just trying to give back a little bit, not meaning anything in any kind of way, but I like making other people happy, I guess. Because I mean, at the end of the day, every comment someone gets, every subscriber, and every view, people are gonna really enjoy. So keep that in mind. Um, as far as that goes, I guess I can say if you haven't watched that video, I really advise you to. Um, and even that, say even go as far as saying I challenge you to go and find one of those YouTubers I put in the description that you've never seen before, you've never heard before, and either like, comment, subscribe to one of their channels. I mean, we really need to grow the community. There's really no reason not to, and being very inclusive always helps. And really spreading things out. But overall, let's go ahead and go to the turns. For this set of 6 turns, I actually wouldn't necessarily say I missed one. It said something about the turn file wasn't sent in correctly or it was corrupted. So one of the turns was pretty much the exact same things I had for other turns. I mean, I still got units, I believe. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I recruited units in. But but yeah, I was almost positive that I did it, and it didn't say it was a stall, so that was really weird. And it didn't send me the turn file, so I couldn't save it either. Um, but it's okay. Other than that, we'll go ahead and get started on turn 13. The turn in question was turn 14, if anyone was wondering. Not too big of a deal, but we will have some very interesting turns this episode. I'll go ahead and tell you that. All right. So just looking at it now, We did have a site searcher going around, didn't find any sites, so we're not going to have to click on that. Next, we have an unexpected event that happened in the Mercs. Heavy rains have destroyed the roads, hampering trade, so minus 50% tax and province income -5. That's very, very unfortunate. I don't think it gave us too much income to begin with, but any little bit of income still matters. It says trade is being over-regulated. This has led to a decline in production and income. So province income -10 and province resources -10. Also very unfortunate. I'm not sure how much this gives us, but still, any bit hurts us. Because over 10 turns, I mean that's still 100 gold. Every turn that's a Spirehorn Warrior I can't make. So very unfortunate. A worldwide event has occurred. It says alteration rituals are cheaper this turn. If you haven't watched the last video, you know that at this point in the game we are done with expanding. So this is why you don't see any battles currently. We are definitely in talks with multiple players at this time to decide our first war target. And this is kind of where you guys see how greedy I am. don't You don't always have to be this greedy, but or I would suggest you weren't. I wouldn't openly join two offensive wars at the same time. So just be very, very careful. Currently enough, we're in talks with Vanheim. They want to elf Machaca and they wanted our help so we can get a total elf of their entire nation in one turn. If one doesn't know, Vanheim is over here. This is why we're moving our troops such, and I will go over that in a moment. We have also messaged Agartha. I think Agartha messaged us, and he is wanting a joint war against Colossa, and we are also interested in that. As far as our infrastructure goes, we have finished this castle over here. We've got a lab in it. We're producing the Spirehorn Seraph every turn out of them, so it's going to be an additional 10 research. We did take Magic 3 skills, that's why I say 10. We're producing as many Spirehorn Warriors as we can out of here, since this will be our front for the war. Over here, anyway. Other than that, we are making a palisade in the Mercs. This is the one that had the event -10 income, so very unfortunate for us since that was a large portion of the income we actually got from it. So we have 2 turns left on that. Over in Hall Woods, we are also building another palisade with only 1 month remaining, so we'll have that up next turn. Over in 110, we have another palisade that we have decided to make this turn. I could have definitely built a lab here and here, or at least in one of them. So it was a tough decision to make. I wanted to, of course, make as many castles as I can because the research monkeys I have are so cheap and their upkeep is so cheap that I really, really need to be utilizing the Magic 3 scales that I took. Not always great to put it in your cap circle, but due to this province having 86 income, being one of my higher provinces actually, and I considered it as an over, well, that one's the highest, of course, being at 213. I mean, 86 income. Once we build a castle, it's going to pull income from these places, which is going to be lowering Caelum, but at the same time, I don't particularly care, because that will definitely push us to about 90 or 100, and that's going to be sitting around 9 turns will pay for the castle itself there, and I plan on being alive in over 9 turns. And just ensuring that this province here is going to be protected, being a higher income province for us, due to the fact that we have Vanheim beside us. I don't want to be elfed, even though I think we have secured a nap with him at this point. I believe as far as that goes, I'm pretty sure at this point we secured a nap with him as we were talking because I told him I was like I really have no interest in going over here. I think I sent him a message on one of the earlier turns and we have secured one. I also have a nap with Agartha, but I do not have a nap with the Colossa and I do not have a nap with Machaka, of course. Um, so we have these mages here moving out. My reasoning behind moving them here, I'm not entirely sure. I think at this point I wanted to keep the elfing thing a secret. I didn't want to mass troops beside Machaka's border. So moving these Seraphines over here, they're still able to hit his outer border over here, or our eastern front, even from our capital. So that's why I moved them over there. Other than that, I have my prophet moving here because currently he is not able to hit this mountain or cave over here, while also not giving away that we are potentially going to attack next. I decided to move him to 136 so he can fly over the throne and hit that. I left 34 units in this province. I am moving another Seraphine over this one over here to pick them up so that one can pick up those 34 units and move them here to 130 and attack that. Otherwise, I think we're going to be hitting both of these whenever we decide to attack as well. So we're looking at maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as far as our elfing goes. Oops, there goes the mouse. And I'm pretty sure Vanheim is going to be doing this part right here. I think he at least does this. I can't remember if he hits the capital or not. Other than that, we'll go over our recruitment, making as many Spirehorn warriors as we can. They cost 9 recruitment points, and that's why we still have 24 gold left. We can't use those 6, and I believe we're also, I might be resource capped in that other castle, making another area Seraphine, just as someone to move the parties around, so I can have efficient raiding parties. We are searching here in 95. I believe that's the only site searcher I currently have out. I'm just clicking around to make sure, which I believe is true. We are also moving another Seraphine up here to 144 since that palisade will be finished next turn. Hopefully we'll be working on making it into a castle and building a lab there shortly. Research is still okay-ish. We're at 88 research per turn, and then about 3 turns off from Conjuration 3. And we'll go ahead and head over to turn 15. Was this turn 14? Maybe it was turn, I believe, I don't know. I really don't know. So we'll go to turn, maybe it was turn 14 I was missing. I'm not sure. But we didn't install a turn before that. I'm not sure. I think I'm right, but I'm not sure. So we found a magic site in Norfangs. We found entrance, so we'll have a conjuration bonus of 20, making our conjuration spells in this province 20% cheaper, and also giving us 1 urchin. So very, very nice. I look forward to that. I definitely am going to castle this up, put a lab in it, and do the rest of my conjuration spells I decide to do in that province. We'll take a sip of water real fast. Alrighty then. So still working on the palisade over in 110. I believe we have 3 turns left, which we do. We're building a fortress over here, and we're going to be searching with this Seraphine. And this is going to be our turn we attack. Just going over this, I believe Vanheim actually attacked 1 turn earlier than he told us he was. So I feel like that's why how he got so deep all of a sudden, because he definitely wasn't there last turn, I don't think. Well, he possibly could have been, because we didn't have the scout over here. So we have the Prophet, which I believe we had to drop these two militias off just because they didn't have the Control 8 or Control M if anyone's wondering how I'm doing that. Yeah, so that's a map move of 17 to get into that cave province, and the militia only have map move 16, and that's why we left them behind. The Seraphine picked up these 35 Spirehorn warriors. They're going to be heading to 130. The Seraphine here has a total of 60 Spirehorn warriors, and they're going to be heading to 117. What we have in our capital, another group of 60 Spirehorn warriors heading over to 104. And then we have this other Seraphine with these 19 units heading up to Hall Woods. Because at this turn, we are going to war with Machaca, but I believe on turn 17 or 16 or 17 is the turn that we declare war on Colossa as well. Other than that, I wanted to just check and look through. I believe we're going over everything. Still making the Spirehorn Seraphs over here. We're up to 96 research points per turn. And that will be all. Starting to collect a decent amount of Spirehorn warriors here, and that's why we're moving the Seraphine to come and pick them up. And we're moving this one here. That's what the gray line is, meaning they're sneaking. If anyone was wondering what that was, if you press control, there will be an attack move, but if you just regularly click on or regularly move this unit that is a sneaking unit, it will always be a sneak. So if you were doing this, they would sneak into that position or province, and they wouldn't actually attack it, which is a mistake I have made before, not paying attention. But if you want to attack it, make sure you press Control then click. And that will be a left click when I'm saying that. Other than that, we're moving the site searcher, heading to the mountains in Forest Province. Hopefully enough there will be another site in there. A very, very good chance with having both of these tags to it. The reason why I went this one because it had a mountains and a highland tag, so I thought it had a pretty decent chance of having a site. Other than that, I already told you we were site searching over here, and that will be it. We've gone over our moves on the battle map here. These were basically how we expanded all the army steps: hold and attack rear, hold and attack rear, hold and attack closest. I don't know why I decided to do hold and attack closest there versus hold and attack rear. This is pretty much us fighting indies in a way, since we're attacking all these non-castle provinces and we don't see any armies there. So more than likely it'll be 6 to 10 PD we are fighting, and this should be more than enough to take 6 to 10 PD out. And we will go ahead and head over to our next turn. Oops. Turn 16. Alrighty, and we have a lot of battles going on. We have also found a site in Hall Woods, Caverns of Glowing Moss. What that is a Fire 1 site. Well, we get 1 fire gem from it every turn. If you remember, we did have a Fire 1 search that while they're waiting because we didn't have enough gold to build a lab there yet. And we'll go ahead and watch this first battle here. Let's go ahead and zoom over because they're going to be flying over relatively quickly. Their priest is just casting Sermon of Courage, and we're also casting Sermon of Courage. We should be hitting their priest they have here in a moment, which will cause them to retreat. And there we go. And that's the first battle won. No losses on our side, but we attacked with a very, very overwhelming force. They did lose a Lion King. Very unfortunate for them. Very, very expensive 2-turn mage. This is pretty much us losing a Eagle War or Eagle King, which would be very, very sad for us. As far as paths go, we're basically just about the same as far as because I think we have the same amount of paths for the Eagle King, but I think there's more of a chance of us getting a random, but I'm not sure. It might be a 10% chance too, because we would have 1 water, 1 earth, 4 air, and then I think we have a 10% chance while also being 2 holy. So this is basically a little bit cheaper, but Eagle Kings and Lion Kings are basically almost the same thing, just different paths. So which is very interesting. I didn't know that before. I'm not too familiar with EA Machaca. I haven't played them. I have played MA Machaca. We'll exit that and we'll go ahead and watch this next battle. Now this is in caves. If anyone doesn't know, whenever you're fighting in a cave, you're going to get a lot of stat penalties. And we'll go ahead and check that out. -3 because of darkness. So normally we would be at 10. We get experience bonus +1, which usually isn't in there for newly recruited troops. But same for our defense skill, being a -3. Precision also gets a -3. Nothing combat speed. I don't know why I clicked on combat speed. That should be the only 3 things that get hit by darkness, if I'm pretty sure. And we'll go ahead and watch this. Thankfully enough, we are a little bit better than average humans in darkness now. I believe cavemen have dark vision 50. Yeah, so they're not as affected as much. But this guy will be affected. He'll take the full penalty for the -3. But there's nothing really here versus the amount that we have. And there we go. I don't think we lost anything. Nope. We get to see a Vanheim battle here. Hopefully enough we'll be able to see their Bless. And we get to here, he's casting Blessing. Magic weapon, shock resistance 15, cold resistance 5, defense skill +2, revigoration +2, blood surge. As far as I can tell, as long as he didn't take any incarnate bless, I assume that his god is imprisoned, and he took astral 4, air 4, water 4. No, he possibly, well, yes, that fire do that, I think. Okay, so air 4, water 4, earth 4, blood 4, astral 4. From the looks of it. And we'll just watch this one. Excuse me. And they have taken him out. Didn't lose anything. We'll watch this battle here. 60 Spirehorn Warriors and a Seraphine. Province Defense. If anyone wants to watch the slaughter, we'll watch it out. I assume later on in the series, if there's battles like this, we'll more than likely skip them. We had 2 losses. Forest of Gun, Now, I believe this is the Prophet. And there is a Ape, Oracle, Astral 2, Nature 2. I'm not sure if, I think this is one of his mages. I'll have to check. I don't think it's a hero. It could possibly be a hero from reading the description here, but I'm not sure. So something I didn't show, which I will rewatch this battle because I forgot to scroll over that side. I'm glad we watched the fighting. Well, no, this is just a Seraphine that's in our Dominion. So this is the part we missed. We didn't watch this part here. I'm very, very unfortunate. It happens from time to time when you're using these zero protection priests. Just put it on ×2. And he's out of here. Just by those few slings while my guys was in the air and they didn't target them instead. But we still took the Providence even though we lost our commander, so we'll have to go pick those troops up. Yes, this is actually, from the looks of it, a hero. Since it cost him 0 gold. Unexpected event, attacks -30, unrest +18. We completed the construction of the palisade and the mercs. Alteration rituals are cheaper. Ermor has made a profit here. I think this was the... Can't remember. I guess he didn't name it. No, he didn't name it. That's the name of his god. He didn't name the prophet. So, overall, very, very good. We took 4 provinces, even though they're relatively poor. At most, we made 110, 120 gold. Maybe after the unrest is gone, it might be around 150. Well, I doubt it's even 150. But so either way, we were able to secure this Earth site here. We did get 2 nature sites, kind of getting us into nature a little bit without making the Amazons yet. These 2 didn't have any sites. I assume he's already searched these. That's why they have sites here. As far as our agreement with Mannheim goes, I think he is getting these 2 castles here. I will be taking this one. I think I also agreed to take 103 and this front here, these 4 provinces. So, as long I didn't want to commit to a battle, that's why I let Mannheim have the capital. I felt like I would take heavy losses at this point in the game, and those heavy losses will definitely reflect back on my power projection in a way. I definitely wouldn't be as powerful. And then also jumping into this other war over here, I don't want to take any losses on this front. So we have these 2 Seraphines, this one from the castle that moved up, this one that attacked the province, moving on 93, locking down this castle here. Next we have this one moving over to 136, or this battle group, I guess, or raiding party, over to 136 to start attacking Colossa. We lost our commander, so we have to go pick these troops back up. Our prophet here is moving to 6 to kind of cut Machaca off. I don't know why Machaca would attack them anyway, but just to start to cut off some of Colossa. As far as we knew, he had an army there last turn. So the possibilities of him moving anywhere, he could have moved it here, 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 or here, and we just not see it yet. Well, he couldn't have it there because it was independence, but here, 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 and here, here. Because we get scouting reports from these three provinces, so we know they're definitely not there. And I highly doubt that he moved them into the swamp. So I know that this attack is very, very safe. I know this attack here is very safe. I know this attack here is very safe because I know his army, even if it is at the capital, he has to move through these provinces here. Possibly he can make it to that farmland. I don't know I doubt it though, because moving out of that mountain into another mountain, yeah, he is. There's no way he can move through that mountain or that forest and get there, even if his troops move to the capital, which I'm sure he has troops there in the capital. So these are two very, very safe attacks. I highly doubt that he will be able to stop it with any PD that he has. We're moving the scout up to get a better idea of what's going on over here. I know Agartha has started their attack, I think starting their attack this turn, along with us. So not as nice of a surprise attack, I guess, on Machaca, but it will be alright. Definitely safe attacks. Not too greedy on this. We will be hoping to take at least 23, 8, 20, 140, 10, 3, 5, 6, maybe being able to get 16 as well. I think at this time, I don't think either of us have decided who was going to get the capital, or if it was going to be like, if you get there first, you take it. I'm not sure. So definitely lots of land up for grab here on my side. Definitely these two farmlands, very, very nice to have. I'm really looking forward to it because we're getting to be very, very gold capped. I'm wanting to make a lot of labs. I'm wanting to make a lot of mages. I'm trying my best to make as many troops as I can. We're site searching here in 112. We're doing a cast of Call of the Winds. It's going to be a 10 gem attack for air gems. I try it from time to time. I really don't like it. I think it costs way too many air gems. But it's like a site, or we're casting on 5. So we're casting it on here. So what it is like 20 or 25 birds attack this, or Black Hawks. Or it might be more than that. I can't remember. And usually enough, if it's 6 PD or so, it will take the province. But I mean, it does cost you 10 air gems, so those are very, very valuable for you. I probably shouldn't have casted it, even if I took it or if I didn't take. I mean, if I did or didn't take it, it doesn't matter. I probably shouldn't have casted it either way. These troops, we already spoke about that actually. My bad. Working on getting some more mages over here. Still making troops. We've already spoke about us going to 93. Building the fortress over here in the Mercs. As far as it goes, I just put 6 PD here. I highly doubt Machaca is going to be pressed to attack me in any of these locations if Vanheim is going for its castles and capital. But usually enough in this situation, if I knew Vanheim wasn't going for the capital and stuff, I would probably just put 1 PD because I wouldn't have wanted to waste money because I know he was going to raid me back. This was that site we found earlier. Well, I don't think I clicked on, or yeah, I haven't clicked on it yet. Sneaking that back, trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. We'll finish up the fortress here next turn, so we should be able to make a good bit more troops from here to definitely increase our power on this side in the north. And I believe that is about it. We'll go ahead and look at our gem economy at this point. So overall, we only at the start of the game we only made one fire gem, so been a nice increase. Haven't found many air gems yet, but we haven't searched for them either. 2 extra water gems per turn. Actually, I don't think we got any fire gems from the start. I think this is total of everything we found, because I think it's just water and earth you get from your capital, and we found 2 additional earth gems per turn, and then our nature gem income we got this turn. Same production as before, Spirehorn Warriors, Seraphine, and that will be all for turn 16. Head over to turn 17. Let me take a sip of water before we start. I should have got me a much bigger glass. I usually do, but I just didn't have one of those big metal cups in the cabinet. We have a lot going on this turn. Finished Conjuration research, so we're at Conjuration 4. Yep. About 6 more turns, we'll have Conjuration 5. Maybe 5 if we're lucky. Cast Call of the Winds. Someone claimed the throne. Pythium did. Throat's just real dry today. We had a battle here. Found a magic site. A mud field, I believe that's a earth site, so we get 1 earth gem from that. Brigands have taken up residence in their ruin, plus 41 unrest. This is a event. We should have patrolled them out. Have a dominion change. Our castle or our fortress in Hall Woods is completed. And we'll go ahead and watch the first battle here against Colossus. This is the magic phase attack. And we ran away. Very unfortunate. A waste of gems. It's 40 Blackhawks. I'm surprised it was that many. I couldn't remember. We'll watch our next battle here. This is a raiding force on the farmland. Looks about like 6 PD. We only took 1 loss. This is our attack on the Machakan castle to our southeast. Brought lots and lots of troops because we saw he had a lot of pygmy archers. I didn't know if he was patrolling or not. It's about like 6 to 10 PD. We took 1 loss. Bird Clan archers. Interesting. I never noticed Bird Clan archers before. We have another battle here at the Cliff Coast. Now this is a province with a castle on it. Oh, come on, keyboard, what are you doing? I don't know what's going on my keyboard right now. It is not letting me click anything for some reason. What in the world? I haven't had that happen before, and I know this computer can definitely play this game. But this is what happened. And we'll go ahead and look at that battle too. Our troops are starving over on that castle in Machaca. I'll go over that first. So normally enough, it's something that I notice, but I guess, I don't know, over the few turns, I just didn't notice they were starving. So this is what it looks like right now. And we'll look next turn too. If anyone wonders how I do that, I press tab. You'll see all the afflictions or units that have afflictions. You can hover over them to see what they are. So, like I predicted, Machaca has not moved out to attack us. We do get to see Mickland over here, very fun nation to play as. One of these has to be their capital. I think it has to be one of these two. So we picked up this party in 130. We're moving them to attack 5, the swampland over here. The Prophet, some troops from the capital, and troops over here are all attacking 3. Just because I'm just wondering where their army is, and I want to overcommit to something just in case if we do run into something. I'm pretty sure that there won't be, if they haven't taken this yet, I highly doubt they've taken this. Or I don't think, last time when we checked, this was also Independence. So I know this is a very, very safe attack, even though it says there's a water elemental there. We have magical weapons anyway. And this one's not too safe since that's their capital, but we're going to go for it. I'm not going to sit and stay on the castle just in case they try to break out. And this army in 136 will be hitting 10, which is also in their cap circle. So we'll be taking half of their cap circle next turn in the attack. Other than that, we're moving this mage out to start site searching. Air site searching anyway. There's the mud field. We haven't found any. Well, actually, we did find another lava lake here. So another fire and water gem. Really, really nice. Some remnants of the troops that retreated from 5. This was a site, actually, for how Machaca got that castle. So there's an enchanted pyre and a mud field there, too. We haven't broke the fort yet, so I know there's a good amount of troops in there. I don't think we will move to take this for a while. Other than that, I believe that's everything as far as that goes. We're moving him to site search in 127. We do put 10 PD here in 140. As far as the construction of my castles here, I wanted the jade sorceresses in the shamans as well. One being astral for the shamans, and then for the jade sorceresses, we will get nature 2s and water 2s. Both of them are very, very nice. We can make thistle maces with the nature 2s, and we will work on summons for the water 2s. We'll get them up to water 3s, and they'll be water 3, nature 1. And if we go and look, go to conjuration, if I can find it, contact Naiad, that will give you a water 3, nature 3. From there, you can boost that up to being like water 5 or nature 5, and then you can do additional summons from there. One being Sea King's Court, which I think he's a water 4. It might be water 3. I can't remember exactly. You can also do Awaken Ivy King. Now that's either that's a nature 3 or nature 4. I can't remember. But just ways to really increase your power in a path that you don't naturally have, of course. So we've already gone over our battle plans. All the scripting is about the same. I'm just going to click through a few of them just to show you. That one is scripted to be with the troops. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks next turn. And that was turn 17, so we'll be moving to our last turn for the episode. Sorry about coughing and having a dry throat, I guess. So usually I'm a little bit more prepared, but tonight I guess I wasn't. Woo! Sorry about that. I also have sneezes apparently. So Colossus made another profit from when we killed it a couple turns back. We'll watch the first battle. And it is doing the same thing where it just doesn't want to play the battle. We'll just go ahead and check it like this. So all we did was fight Providence Defense. We didn't take any losses. Providence Defense, we didn't take any losses. We lost our commander. Very unfortunate. So we did retreat there. Conquered an undefended province. PD, we won it without taking any losses. PD, we took it without losing anything. Brigands have taken up residence in Ruin again. I think this is the same place we had. No, I think this might be a separate event or a separate location. Plus 35 unrest. I'm not very good at all. People are tired of your oppressive rule, so we lost the province, gained unrest, turmoil, and minus dominion. Very bad. And then we still have lack of supplies, which I didn't notice. Or else I would have moved the troops off, of course. Finished a palisade and finished a fortress. Palisade over here, we'll go ahead and build the fortress. And both of these are built up. So we'll look at the afflictions compared to last turn, which was around 3 to 4 afflictions. Now we have a lot more. 2, 3. Now we have up to 10 afflictions. That's why you need to be very, very mindful of your supplies, certain sites that you're on, things as such. And you need to be very, very careful of that because that will definitely hurt your troops. Over the next couple of turns, all these troops that are diseased, we're going to lose. Another thing with having these nature randoms, which it doesn't necessarily have to be those in particular, it just has to be a nature one. Get them out site searching early. Make endless bags of wine, which is a supply item if anyone was wondering. It gives you 50 extra supply, which I think 1 bags of wine, yeah, 1 endless bag would solve that problem. So as far as the next plan goes, it's good that we have a lot of his cap circle, but we see his entire army is in his capital. We have to be careful here. That's why I put everything to 1, just in case if he decides to attack us, we don't lose any money and we still get to see what the army is. We are now moving all of our units out of his cap circle, attacking everything else. Even though he doesn't get income, I want to go ahead and take it from him. We will be moving to hit this castle while also moving Okay, I was just saying. But yeah, we're moving lots of troops on the castle. Be a one-turn crack. See if we can storm it. These troops here are moving to this castle just to be safe and get us closer to the capital if we decide to fly over there. So even if he decides to break out, all that's gonna happen is we're gonna lose 1 gold, and we're not gonna take any losses as far as our army goes. I'm sneaking some troops up here just to see if he has anything else going on, which I doubt, just because if he doesn't have these two, why would he be all the way over here? Agartha has took 16. Agartha is relatively large at this point. If he expands all the way over here, I guess this is his capital. I mean, I guess not too far away, but if he has all of this, he'd be relatively large. But we're not sure yet. We definitely, if I had to go back and do things over again, we would definitely have a much better scouting network than we have right now. I mean, as far as it goes, I mean, we're relatively large as well, but we could definitely be bigger. We could definitely be making more money, of course. One thing that I found very interesting with this province over here, and I really want to take it, um, just looking at this, if I decided to attack Pythium, which I think is somewhere around here, capital anyway, we can attack as long as our Dominion isn't here, because our Dominion will freeze the bridge if it's on both sides, but they took heat 3, so I don't think we'll ever have those temperature scales here. They won't ever be able to cross. They can't fight through Vanheim. They're not going to fight through Agartha. We can use this province here as like a staging point to attack probably any of this area and then fly back. And then if they wanted to move troops through, even if they could walk through here, they'd be funneled. So we'd be able to decide the fight. And then on top of that, we will be able to very easily raid back and forth, resupply our mages, and then have a very safe way back if things go south. Last turn, I don't think I talked about our recruitment. We did start producing a Eagle King last turn, and I was right on that 10% chance. So after this turn, we'll have our first Eagle King of the game. It's turn 18 right now, so we'll have one on turn 19. Not too bad. I would have liked one a little bit before now, but it's okay. Searching over here in 129, searching over here in 127. Patrolling some of this unrest out while this guy sits there getting troops. More researching, and I do another spell called the Winds, and we cast it on 103. Like I said before, I shouldn't be wasting those air gems. Still sieging 93 now. Vanheim is on Chaka's capital now. Lots of elephants over here. Trying to get an idea of what's going on over here in Mictlan. Apparently he expanded very, very poorly. Because I know he's not at war with Agartha. Usually enough, especially EA Mictlan will have a very, very decent expansion. They have very, very cheap troops. They take a very strong bliss. And for Agartha to essentially start over here and go, or over here, I can't remember which one it is. One of these, but go bang, 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 and he's outside of his cap circle is really surprising. While also, of course, getting all of this too. So that's interesting. I'll take the map off or move off. So relatively safe moves here. we're staying away from any kind of major battle. We definitely don't want to lose anything. At this point in the game, things are going relatively great for us. We have been able to take a lot of land from people while also not taking any losses. So very, very good for us. We also have a very starting to stockpile a decent amount of gems. Now we make 6 fire gems, still 4 air gems since we haven't searched, which I should have started already by now. 6 water gems, 5 earth gems, and then 4 nature gems. This has to do with us attacking Colossus, another lava lake over here, a deep crevasse being a earth gem, a well of the white water being a water gem. We got a laboratory here, and a cedar forest here, which gives us 2 nature gems per turn. Building a fortress up. We should have already moved to take 101 back, but we haven't yet. I think we do once we have the Eagle King. 108 research, so about 5-ish more turns. We'll have Conjuration 5. Searching more over here, 127. I think I already spoke about that. And that will be all. I really don't have much else to talk about. I mean, turn 18, we're making 1,600 gold. Pretty decent. How many promises do we have right now? I'll go ahead and do a real quick count. So, taking out the throne in the province that we lost, we're at 24. I will definitely include at least 101. And also, well, I guess we could include 141 since no one else, we completely surrounded at this point. So that's up to 26 provinces on turn 18, so pretty decent. I didn't count the castle over here that we're sieging, but I did count this stuff that we currently have from the war. I don't feel like Colossus is at a point where they can confidently move out of their capital, especially with all this we have going on, with also having Argartha coming in. So things are looking good, looking good. Have a really good feeling so far in the game. I like how this throne is here. It looks like a very, very dangerous throne, and it prevents whoever is over here from coming in. Basically, well, I'm sure Vanheim's here, but I'm sure there's someone else that's over here. So just stopping someone else from having a border with us is kind of nice. Went over that already. I can check the mercenaries. Thetis has 2. Colossus has 1. Possibly for site searching, not sure. Don't have any magic items. Already went through that. We can look at the score graphs. So, lots of provinces we've taken. Decent amount of forts. Income's been steady rising. Gem income is great, actually. How much we've increased that over the last 2 or 3 turns. Research on a steady incline. Dominion back and forth, no big deal about that. Army size. I think we had to drop some of the recruitment, and we have been taking a few losses, but not enough to really count. I think it's just us stopping recruitment. That's what caused this change in the line. Ascension points. So we can tell who has a throne, but we're just going to head over to the thrones. So Satis has the inner throne, and Pythium has the Throne of Knowledge, which we didn't go over before. You get Sages, Lore Masters. Lore Masters could, well, they're so expensive though. Because being a very heavy astral nation, he doesn't necessarily need the um, sages, but the lore masters could possibly break him into so many things to add to his communions. It might be very, very nice to make a few of them. That's really interesting to have. But I mean, you would have to you have to get at least astral one on one of these in order to be a master. But I guess you can also make like a matrix or something. If anyone's wondering, you can use this national overview part in statistics to easily see the defense of or PD in any location. If you want to quickly look over it by looking at a total thing, this is the castle we're sieging. That's at 0. That's the cap circle. That's at 1. And if you want to change it, all you have to do is click on it. That's all you have to do. So some people might not know that. Something interesting to add. And you also see your units, your commanders, the items they have on them. You can click on them from here. You can see this right here is the searched sites. The one in the darker column, or not column, a row, is the paths that they have. I can tell this is a air 2 water 1. This is a air 1 def 2. But as far as the site goes, I can tell this one's been searched by 1 fire and then 2 holy. This one by 1 air, 1 earth, 1 death. So easy way to kind of keep track of your nation on a larger scale, or more of a macro style anyway. By just saying, oh, okay, I need to go over to this province here because I haven't site searched it for something. So you click on it and it will take you directly to that province. So very, very interesting. Hopefully people will use it to their abilities. I try to during the game sometimes. I definitely check PD. Just scroll through. I was seeing if that would take me to the mage. Shows me the mage. Doesn't take me to it though. Alrighty, everyone. I hope you guys have a great week. This will be posted on Monday, of course, and you'll be seeing another national overview on Friday. So, I don't think I'll have a video posted this Wednesday on anything random. I've been working a whole lot lately, so I'll definitely only be getting in those scheduled videos. That little 11-minute video was just something out of the blue, and I made really, really fast just throw up on the channel because I thought it needed to be addressed. So, have a great week, guys. See you back here on Friday. Bye.